Hello guys, welcome back to another Noob Buys TBOW video, and yeah, great start to the video, an Abyssal Whip Drop, followed by another Abyssal Whip Drop, very welcome. And our first hard clue of the episode, 98k, and 38k from the second one, and 77k. And 115k, and 180k. Yes, very average so far. And yeah, let's have another whip drop. I will be explaining why I've got a Nezzy helm, not a Slayer helm, on in a bit. And Dagonoth King trip complete there. No drops, unfortunately, from that one. Just a hard clue and some of the other stuff to show for our efforts. Still not a bad profit, almost a mil. And that trip as well, not as successful either. A few of those kills off task, just went there with one of my clanmates. And yes, over a mil thanks to the bones. $360k, Zammy chaps. Speaking of Zammy, you'd be wondering what on earth I'm doing here. Yeah, this is the 5-0. It's meant to be cruel method, although the way I did it, it was more like 5-5, I think, of all the hits the boss was getting money. Thought I would give this a try. Haven't given it a go before. Was a bit scared to try it, actually. I wasn't sure with the way my kind of computer runs sometimes. I don't quite get enough ping to actually be tick perfect, but I did my best to get it right here, as you can see. So you drop the food there and hit the boss a couple of times, and you hit it once and then red click, so you got to click your food or whatever you drop there, and the boss misses a hit on you there, or you got to be a bit quicker there. I wasn't quite quick enough. And because of how good the TBOW is anyway, you usually kill it within a couple of rotations. You've probably seen a few streamers do this. And yeah, very clean kill that one. One of my much cleaner kills compared to other times. Yeah, that did not go well there, and yeah, that was the first death of this method. And then this death was a bit inexcusable, really. I was trying to barrage the minions. For some reason my health wasn't returning. And then I just got murdered by the minions instead. Melee minion finishing me off with a 15. Quick break at the Hispori, 103. And Kronos and Dwarfweed. And Harclue, 74k. And another Abyssal Whip Drop with the Nezzy helm. Back to solo Zammy, so yeah, let's just try this again. This was the other method that I tried, so it's the red click, but you click the altar instead. So there I was a tick too late, so I got melee'd anyway. But you click the altar and then you run to the same tiles as is shown in the previous method. And this way is more kind of 5-1. The boss usually gets a hit on you, I've found with this. It's quite inconsistent, so I had Prey melee up the whole time anyway, in case I messed up ticks, because in D'hide the boss is going to melee constant 40s on you and possibly slam you too. So yeah, you probably want to have that up to avoid chance of death. But in the future, I think once I get the method down, I will try and Prey range instead and mitigate the damage from that range minion. But for now, yeah, it's going to be praying melee for the first few probably tasks, I think, until I manage to get it down. And not the worst kill in the end there. Up to 150 krill kill count now. Shield left half from a Firewatch Sentinel. Interesting. I'd much rather you give me a nice blood shard. Yeah, I was a bit lazy here. I ran out of energy, so just decided to do my last trip like that. And a Steam Battle Staff, my first unique drop from Krill. Managed to scrape another kill in there, and that made it 11 Zammy kills for the trip. So that is the PB so far, and no plank either. So yeah, it feels very good. A few more trips of attempting this method. Still praying melee, still a bit scared that the boss is going to give me a bit of a slapping. And another drop, but unfortunately just an elite clue scroll, but that means a master clue scroll. And 64 krill kills attempting that method for 1.18 mil, plus a Steam Battle Staff, the first one of those, and a drop, the first one for about an episode and a half. So yeah, an improvement. Use that elite to get a master clue, and 331k. Spori KC 104, 122, very slow. And 675k, more D'hide boots. Now, this is a screenshot because I did not record this for some reason. Yes, a Zamorak hilt, KC 234. And another Steam Battle Staff, just doing a bit of more duo Zami this time. No Zami Spear though yet, unfortunately. I would not be denied though, yes, 285 KC, that is at first Zamorakian Spear, quite late, but yeah. And that session of Zami, 2 Steam Staffs, 1 Spear and 1 Hilt, 83 kills for 20.5 mil, so I guess you could now call it the Money Demon. Next tile clue for 71k. Another Abyssal Whip with the old Nezi helm. And a Blister Limbs next to drop from the Gorillas. Another Skatizo kill, just using the bow as well. I don't think I'm ever going back to the Arc Light now. Any pets, any Dark Claws, any jars for me? No. Adior's pretty rubbish. Hard clue, 130k. And 87 fishing, just AFKing a little bit of that. Sacred Eels unlocked now. Another ballista piece from the Gorillas. I would much rather an orange gem, but a drop here is a drop, so... no, I'm still complaining. Spory, 105, 58 seconds. And Kronos. And there it is though, Zenite Shard. 8 kills to go on the task. That feels very, very good. Yeah, we're happy now. Little did I know it would not be the last unique on the task. Yeah, a light frame. And that was the task complete. So I think in those last like 15 kills I had 2 rare drop tables and 2 uniques. So interesting. Hard clue score, that's number 752, 143k. Time for our usual rounds of Saradomin and God Wars. And a Godsword Shard 2 from the boss. Pretty rare that is actually. And just doing this one in a duo with one of the clanmates. And Saradomin Sword, 6045 KC. The thing about Sara is with all the prayer potion and restore drops, you can literally stay there forever until you run out of stamina, especially in a duo, which you're unlikely to do. And yeah, as you can see by this trip, yeah, about 3 mil from that, I think 4 hours. And a Master Clue and a Mimic, exciting. And Mimic KC7 now, and 15 Manta Rays, yeah, the worst one. And an Explorer backpack. Nothing too exciting about those. 63k. And a White Cavalier, 100k. And finally, 38k. If you remember the last episode, that was certainly an improvement on it. 3 drops to talk about, all from Krill, Steam Battle Staff, Zamorakian Spear, and a Zamorak Hilt as well. So just the Staff of the Dead and the pet to go from Krill now. Nice to knock out at least a hilt anyway. It's one of the rarer ones. I think you noticed a lot of Abyssal Whip drops this episode. So as I'm back at university now and having to probably do more of my stuff AFK and trying to find some good profitable AFK money making methods, I've got a few good ones like the Firewatch Sentinels, just doing like Sacred Eels, but Abyssal Demons in the Catacombs are very, very good for passive cash. The whip drop rate is 1 in 512, so if you're doing about off task maybe 120, 130 kills an hour, it's 3.5 to 4 hours per whip on average if you get it on drop rate, and so far I've been probably getting it before that, so that calculates to around kind of 700, 800k per hour just from the whips. And you get hard clues as well, you get totem pieces which helps me stack up Skatizo kills. So yeah, I would highly recommend, if you're looking for an activity, do Abyssal Demons in the Catacombs, just tag 2 or 3 at a time, use prayer if you want, that's fine. And yeah, you can get pretty decent profits as long as you hit that 1 in 512, although if you go 2,000 dry then you're probably not going to make very much money, but yeah, you've got to just kind of rely on yourself. getting lucky, I guess, sometimes. But yeah, nice activity to do, and that's certainly going to be a good source of bonds and just cash in general, I think, for future episodes and spending money on supplies. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this episode. Nice to get some drops in here as well. Episode 11 coming this time next week, and until then, I will see you later, and yeah, have a good time, I guess.